There was a time when four young men captured the hearts of an entire generation. The Monkees weren't just a band, they were a phenomenon. With their infectious energy, iconic harmonies, and unforgettable TV show, they became the face of a musical revolution.
Time for bed.
But as the years passed, the laughter, the music, and the brotherhood faded into memory. And one by one, we lost them.
And in Hollywood, the character actor Len Lesser has died.
Today, we remember the Monkees actors who are no longer with us.
Time for bed.
For a generation of fans, Peter Tork was the lovable, goofy musician of the Monkees, a band that started as a TV experiment but became a pop culture phenomenon. But beyond the antics and catchy tunes, Tork was a deeply talented multi-instrumentalist who played a key role in shaping the band's sound. Born in 1942, Peter had a deep love for folk music before fame came knocking. When the Monkees took off in the late 60s, he fought to be more than just an actor in a manufactured band. He played real instruments, co-wrote songs, and later proved his artistry in solo projects, but success came with struggles. He left the band in 1968, faced financial hardships, and battled cancer in his later years. Peter Tork passed away in 2019 at 77, but his music and charm remained timeless. He wasn't just a monkey, he was a true musician. Before Beatlemania took over America, another British heartthrob was making teenage girls swoon, Davy Jones. As the charming frontman of the Monkees, his boyish looks and smooth vocals made him an instant star. But few knew that before music, Davy was on track for a career as a jockey. Born in 1945 in Manchester, England, he first gained fame as a child actor on British TV before landing the role of a lifetime in the Monkees. Songs like Daydream Believer and I Want to Be Free made him a pop idol. But he was more than just a pretty face. He had real talent, a passion for performing, and a humor that kept the band's chemistry alive. In 2012, Davy suffered a fatal heart attack at 66. His sudden passing left fans heartbroken, but his voice and charisma still live on in the music that defined an era. You might not know his name instantly, but you definitely know his face. Vic Tayback was a character actor with a presence so strong, he could steal a scene with just a glare. Best known as the gruff but lovable Mel on Alice, Tayback made an unforgettable mark on television. But before that, he was everywhere, including the Monkees. In 1966, he guest starred as the tough, no-nonsense gangster Chic in the episode Monkees à la mode. It was a small role, but Tayback's intensity made it memorable, proving he could bring big-screen energy to any part, no matter how brief. Beyond the Monkees, Tayback had a long career in film and TV, but it was Alice that made him a household name. Sadly, he passed away in 1990 at 60 from a heart attack. But whether he was playing a gangster, a diner owner, or just the toughest guy in the room, Vic Tayback always made an impression. The Monkees weren't supposed to be a real band, but Michael Nesmith made sure they were. As the quiet, sharp-witted member in the signature wool hat, he brought a rebellious edge to the group, fighting for creative control and proving they were more than just a TV gimmick. Born in 1942 in Houston, Nesmith had music in his blood. Before the Monkees, he was a struggling songwriter, even penning different drum, which became a hit for Linda Ronstadt. When the Monkees exploded in the late 60s, he pushed for the band to write and play their own music, laying the foundation for their lasting credibility. After the band, Nesmith became a pioneer in country rock and a visionary in music video production, shaping what would become MTV. In 2021, he passed away at 78, just weeks after finishing a Monkees farewell tour. He may be gone, but his influence on music and pop culture is undeniable.
Hollywood, the character actor Len Lesser has died.
You might not know his name, but you definitely know his face. Len Lesser was one of Hollywood's great character actors, best remembered as Uncle Leo on Seinfeld, always greeting Jerry with that unforgettable. But long before that, he was everywhere, including the Monkees. In 1967, Lesser guest starred in the Monkees episode The Picture Frame, playing, you guessed it, a tough authority figure. It was just one of the countless roles he played across a 6-decade career, popping up in everything from Get Smart to The Outlaw Josie Wales. His ability to be hilarious one moment and menacing the next made him a go-to for any role. Lesser worked right up until his passing in 2011 at 88. Whether you remember him as Uncle Leo or from his countless TV and film appearances, one thing's for sure, Len Lesser always made an impression. With his wild mustache, over-the-top energy, and a fistful of confetti, Rip Taylor was impossible to ignore. Known as the King of Confetti, he was a whirlwind of comedy, bringing outrageous humor to everything he touched, including the Monkees. In 1968, Taylor guest starred in the Monkees episode Monkees Blow Their Minds, playing the eccentric wizard Glick. It was the perfect role for him, loud, absurd, and completely unforgettable. But Taylor's career went far beyond that. From the $1.98 beauty show to Jackass movies, he never stopped surprising audiences with his comedic antics. Behind the glitter and gags was a dedicated entertainer who worked for over 50 years, proving that comedy didn't always have to be subtle. It just had to be fun. Rip Taylor passed away in 2019 at 88, but his legacy of laughter, chaos, and, of course, confetti lives on. Before the Monkees, before the Dick Van Dyke Show, and even before television itself, Rose Marie was a star. She began performing at just 3 years old, becoming a child singing sensation known as Baby Rose Marie. But she didn't fade away. She grew into one of the most recognizable comedic actresses of her time. In 1967, she guest starred on the Monkees as the sharp-witted Madame Roselle in The Monkees Blow Their Minds. With her signature raspy voice and impeccable timing, she fit right in with the show's zany humor. Beyond the Monkees, Rose Marie was a pioneer for women in entertainment, breaking barriers in comedy, and even co-founding the first female-driven writers' room in TV history. She performed well into her 90s, proving that true talent never fades. She passed away in 2017 at 94, leaving behind nearly a century of laughter and legacy. Though they may be gone, the Monkees' spirit lives on in the songs that still make us smile, in the memories they left behind, and in the hearts of those who grew up with their music. Their journey was filled with highs and lows, but their legacy? That will never fade. Which Monkees song takes you back the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to keep their memory alive, don't forget to like and subscribe. Their music may have been made for yesterday, but their impact will last forever.